Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ray from iPhonePair.com, and this is basically just a brief review of Display Recorder, the real version of Display Recorder that's in Cydia from Ryan Petrich. Hopefully I said his name right. But this is just a review of the real Display Recorder app. I've seen on YouTube and on other blog sites people promoting this Display Recorder that is in the App Store, talking about how it's superior to the Cydia version. Now, I'm not sure if they're just not familiar with Display Recorder or if they've actually used it. If you guys ever pay attention to my channel or even want to look at my videos, most of my screenshots are done with the Display Recorder directly on my iPhone or using the web viewer version of it. So that the web viewer version is already one benefit that the real Display Recorder has over this Display Recorder that you find in the App Store. Now, I will give the one in the App Store a little bit of credit. It's $1.99 opposed to $4.99 of the Cydia version. And yes, you have to jailbreak your iPhone to get the Cydia version, and in this one you don't. But one thing I'd like to point out is that this Bungin or Boogan, whatever you want to call it, Boogun software is basically biting off of Ryan, because he came out with Display Recorder long before these guys, and these guys are, if you want my opinion, are just leeching off of his hard work. Okay, so using you don't have to jailbreak your iPhone as a defense really is not an argument. Why? Because you can always reinstall iOS and your jailbroken is gone. So that's not an argument. And with how easy the jailbreaks are, that's also not an argument. My kid, who's 5 years old, jailbroke my iPhone. One touch, push. Very simple. Anyway, back to the subject. So, this app is $1.99, and as you may see on the screen, you see a screen tap. That's something that comes with the Cydia version, not with this version of Display Recorder. And there's also a lot of bugs in here that you can read as far as region. And if you actually go to some of the reviews and read the reviews, a lot of the things they're saying in here: problem with recording audio, lagging, lags too much, too slow. And someone on here saying what I said, nothing like the one in Cydia. There's also a few other in here that, if you care to look, say the frame rate sucks on this App Store version of Display Recorder. Okay, here's what makes the Cydia version far superior. Go into settings, go to Display Recorder. You get a user guide that actually tells you how to use it. As you can see here, you can increase or decrease the frame rate. You can lock the frame rate. You can set the rotation for the device to either landscape or portrait mode. Now, a lot of these I'm not going to touch because I'm actually recording it right now. The video format, you have your different formats there. The quality, you can change the quality. OpenGL capture, that is what allows you to screen capture games and things like that, which you may not, I haven't tried it, but you may not be able to do with the Display Recorder version on the App Store. You have grayscale that you can enable. You have full scale and half that you can enable. Show taps, which is what I just told you about a moment ago, lets you show the taps on your screen. So if you're trying to make a demo video, people can actually see where you're tapping. Web server is the big advantage that this has over the App Store version. Web server lets you put the IP address of Display Recorder into your browser, and you can take a live view or a screenshot of what actually is going on your iDevice, which I will show you in just a moment. The other cool thing here is you can integrate with your YouTube. Put in your YouTube and your password, and these videos can be uploaded directly to YouTube. The other thing that I forgot to show here, activation methods. There are so many activation methods that you can do, it is ridiculous. With the Display Recorder app version in the App Store, you have to go into the app and tap to record. With this version, you can go to double press the home button, long press the home button, single press, triple press, lock screen double tap, shake, press the power button, double press the sleep power button. So many options that you can use to activate this. And that is great when you need to do stuff on the fly. You don't want to have to go to the app, launch the app, start recording. It's ridiculous. Activation method is the way to go. So those settings alone are enough, in my opinion, to jailbreak your device and get the Cydia version of Display Recorder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now, and then I'm going to jump over to the web server, so that way you can see, you can record what's going on your screen via your computer, which is also good for people like me. If I don't want to do a demo on the phone itself, and I want to show you things that are going on my iPhone, but as well as have things on the computer, I can do my screenshot and screen captures from the computer. So let me go ahead and get to that. Alright, so here we are. This is the desktop of my computer, as you can obviously tell, and I'm using a capture software called Camtasia Studio 6, and basically all I have to do if I want to view my iPhone in real time is I connect my iPhone to my Wi-Fi network. I make sure that the web server is enabled in the settings that I showed you earlier. Then you open up your browser and you type in the IP address. You'll get two options, live view or screenshot. So you can take an HD screenshot or you can do a live view. Let's go ahead and click on live view. And this is what's going on in my iPhone. If you don't believe me, I'm going to swipe it. I'm going to go into settings. And there you go. So I want to also show you what I just recorded earlier. So you saw earlier the version that I actually captured directly on my iPhone. This is the recording that you can see right here. It has the date, file size. Notice if I tap, I have the option to delete, upload to YouTube, rename, play video, add the camera roll, or open up an iFile. So several more options that you get with the real version of Display Recorder that's in Cydia. So let me go ahead and exit out of this. And as you can see, there's little to no lag at all on my screen. And to me, it's definitely a lot better than the App Store version of Display Recorder. Let me see if I can go into a game or something here. So there you go. Now on the Wi-Fi version, there is a little bit of lag when you're doing the game. That's because the Wi-Fi has to keep up with it. But on the actual display recorder that's directly on the phone, if you record a game, there's little to no lag at all, which is definitely a great thing. So as you can see, we've clearly pointed out in the Cydia version of Display Recorder, you get more options. You have more settings that you have access to. You have just as many, if not more, options as far as your video is concerned, to upload it to YouTube, to save it, to add it to your camera roll, etc. You also have the added benefit of the web server or web viewer, as I'm demonstrating to you now. So I hope that this dispels a lot of the things that are going on out there that are bashing the Cydia version of Display Recorder. That is the first version that came out. That is the true version that came out. And I'm sure that very soon the App Store version of Display Recorder will be pulled for various reasons. One, it's not something that Apple wants you to do. That's the reason why it was meant as a jailbroken app to begin with. And two, the App Store version, or the software developer in the App Store version, is infringing on the developer, Ryan Petrich. Again, hopefully I'm saying his name right, is infringing on his application and on his name. He was the one that came up with it. So, again, this is Ray from iPhoneRepair.com. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Let me go ahead and show you what the video looks like on the iPhone that I actually did on my iPhone, so you can hear the quality compared to the App Store version. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ray from iPhoneRepair.com, and this is basically just a brief review of Display Recorder, the real version of Display Recorder that's in Cydia from Ryan Petrich. Hopefully I said his name right. But this is just a review of the real Display Recorder app. I've seen on YouTube and on other blog sites people promoting this Display Recorder that is in the App Store, talking about how it's superior to the Cydia version. Now, I'm not sure if they're just not familiar with Display Recorder, or if they've actually used it. And as you can see, little to no lag. Or even want to look at my videos. Most of my screenshots are done with the Display Recorder directly on my iPhone, or using the web viewer version of it. So that the web viewer version is already one benefit that the real Display Recorder has over this Display Recorder that you find in the App Store. Now, I will give the one in the App Store a little bit of credit. It's $1.99 opposed to